Hi, I'm Reese Goldberg, and this is my original sign language hand project so far. The reason I decided to do this is because I'm interested in engineering devices in the healthcare field. I thought it would be great to simulate a prosthetic hand that can use sign language. I was originally supposed to use 3D printed parts for the hand, but when I was about a quarter of the way through the printing process, my school shut down due to COVID-19. And then, printing was clearly not an option. I knew I had to figure out a way to progress with this, so I made the hand out of cardboard, and surprisingly, I obtained great results. Using the cardboard and the string simulated tendons and how sensitive they can be. I am using an Arduino computer to control the hand. The Arduino is a small, inexpensive computer that is capable of controlling motors. Here's what the hand looked like after I cut it out and attached straws to guide the strings. Then, I taught myself the Arduino language using online resources, which is slightly different from Java, the programming language I already knew. I attached more straws at the bottom of my cardboard hand for more stability, and designed the mounting for the servo motors. I'm using servo motors to control the position of the fingers and ultimately the wrist. A servo is a type of motor that can be positioned accurately and controlled by the Arduino. I took another piece of cardboard to mount the servos. Then, I began cutting out the rectangles from which I just traced the servos over. After I put all the servos in the holes, I test programmed to see how they looked while all moving together. Then, I hot glued the hand over the piece of cardboard and began putting the string through the horn on top of the servo and through all the straws. At the end, I attached a rubber band and tied it over the string to hold it in place. Eventually, I may glue the rubber band pieces behind the finger so that it looks better, but for now, it'll do. I tested all the fingers by operating the servos by hand to see if they move correctly, and they did. Then, I got right to work on the programming. With my prior knowledge on Java, it was not too difficult to learn Arduino and to program. I found pictures of the sign language letters on the internet, and with multiple tests and adjustments of the fingers, my programming was a success. There's letter A, B, C, D, E, and finally F. When that was complete, I repurposed my older brother's solar project as a wrist so that I can simulate wrist movement. The wrist is able to simulate vertical movement and rotational movement. This is my first attempt at the letter G, which incorporates both wrist motions. Ultimately, I would love for it to be able to throw a curveball, but for now, I'll just continue with the sign language. For my project, I built a hand to express sign language using an Arduino computer and servo motors. At the first phase of the project, the hand has a vocabulary of 7 letters and wrist movement. For the next phase, I plan to expand the vocabulary to all 26 letters and incorporate some words. Finally, I plan to create an input mechanism to communicate which letters or words the hand can express, either using speech recognition or another input mechanism.